Hi, love. So today we are talking about 5 tips for manifesting love fast. It's one of the big things that people ask about because I'm a love coach and energy healer. And so people want to know I'm trying to attract my soulmate, or even just I'm trying to get more dates. I'm trying to get more attention from the right kind of men. If those are the questions that you have, then these tips will be super helpful for you. These are 5 tips for manifesting love super fast. And it's amazing when you start to use these things in your life. It's so fast how you start to see more, you get more attention, more men notice you, you have more opportunities to be around the kind of men that you want to be around, all of those kinds of things. They talk to you differently. It's really amazing and really wonderful. So if that is interesting to you, let's get started. So tip number 1 is that it's really important for you. A lot of times people think of clarity and they think that clarity is about making a list of qualities that you want in a mate. That's not true. Well, I should say that's true, but it's only part of it. So what I really want you to do first, tip number 1, is to get super clear about how you want to feel. Because it's not about, the focus should not be the list of qualifications in this other person. That's not it. It's about how you want to feel in that new relationship. How do you want to feel in a partnership with a man? How do you want to feel when you're in a loving and romantic relationship? Is it the feeling of security that's the most attractive to you? Is it a feeling of adventure that's the most attractive to you? Is it the feeling of the newness of getting to know each other that you really love? Or is it the comfort of knowing someone really well and having them know you really well? Is it that you feel like you're the most special person in the world to them? Is it that little feeling of pride when he's showing you off because he's so proud to be with you? Is it that kind of a feeling? What is the feeling that you want to feel in the new relationship? That's what you focus on first. And one of the ways that you can do that is by sitting quietly. Take about 10 minutes and just set a timer so that you don't have to worry about how much time is going by. Sit quietly, close your eyes, deep breaths, and imagine that you're in this new relationship, and imagine that you're sitting with this person that you are just getting to know and just developing feelings for. And what does that feel like to you? When you have that moment where you realize that this relationship is wonderful, that this could really be something, what is happening and how are you feeling? Do you feel like it could be the beginning of something special because he treats you as special as you are? Is it that you feel it's the beginning of something real because you feel safe and secure? What is it and how are you feeling? So that's what I want you to think about first. Number 1 is about how you want to feel in that relationship. Now, the next thing is work on your subconscious blocks. And this is super important because your subconscious mind controls 80 to 90% of your behavior, and it's where 80 to 90% of your manifesting power lives. So ignoring blocks in your subconscious mind, or acting like it's not that big of a deal, or just not even knowing about them, so not looking at them because they are subconscious, that's a huge mistake because it derails any of your manifesting. It's like trying to, run your car with the parking brake on. It's like you might be able to get a little ways, but you're not really going to get where you need to go. So the other thing that I want to tell you about that is that your conscious mind is an awful, awful judge of what's actually in your subconscious. So it's the reason why, sometimes you'll be talking to your friend and your friend's having a terrible problem in their relationship, and you can see really clearly what the problem is in their relationship and they can't see it at all. And even if you point it out and they agree with you, like even if you say, maybe you need to stop dating men who still live at home if it's important to you that, this is a man who's self-supporting. Maybe, don't overlook that if he lives at home. And they're like, oh yeah, I know, you're right, I totally agree, but they keep still doing it. It's because of that. We have subconscious patterns and habits that are so strong that they override our conscious choices. So it's really important to get your subconscious mind on board when you're trying to create and manifest things in your life. Catherine Collot has a fantastic essay about this, so I'll put the information also in if you want to dig a little bit deeper into how to get your subconscious on board. But here are a couple of tips that I'm going to give you right now. One of them is, yes, do affirmations. Affirmations are great, but they're not really enough by themselves because affirmations work really, really slowly. And a lot of times people don't understand how to construct affirmations so that they are actually powerful and helpful. So for an affirmation to really help you and be powerful, it has to be positive, it has to be personal, and it has to be present in the present tense. So those three things are super important. So if you say something like positive, means you say, I want to have this instead of I don't want to have that. Or you say, I am this already instead of I don't want to be this. So if you say, I have wonderful love in my life, that's a great affirmation. If you say, I don't date losers anymore, that's a bad affirmation because you're focusing on what you don't want, and that's not positive. So the second thing is that it has to be personal. So it can't be about someone else making a change in their life. Your affirmation can't be like, this person stops calling me or something like that. It has to be about what you are doing or what you are receiving that's different now. The other thing is that it needs to be in the present tense. So it can't be about something that's going to happen in the future. It has to be about something that's happening for you right now. So that affirmation that I just gave as an example, I have a wonderful, loving relationship. That is all of those things. It's about me, it's in the present tense, and it is positive. So think about those things if you're going to use affirmations. The second thing is, one way to really kind of bypass that gateway to get into your subconscious and get in there really effectively to make changes is to make them in your sleep. So you can do that by using self-hypnosis CDs. And there are all kinds of different self-hypnosis CDs that are out there that you can use. There's a wonderful hypnotherapist named Brian Greene, and if you go on his website, which is, I believe it's mindmagic123.com, he has this great self-hypnosis CD or an MP3 that you can download, and you can listen to it as you're falling asleep, and it's fantastic. It really changes the way that you feel when you wake up, and even though it says that it's about self-esteem, it's really about self-love and forgiveness, which everybody needs, and that helps you break through the blocks that prevent you from manifesting the love that you want. So that's number 2. Work on your subconscious blocks, and you can use affirmations to do that. You can use self-hypnosis CDs and MP3s to do that as well. That's number 2. Number 3 is make physical space, make space in your schedule, make space in your life for the love that you want to come in. And I mean that in a very practical way. I don't mean that in the way that a lot of healers or a lot of coaches and other people will say, like, I'm saving a space for you. That means a very specific thing about saving an energetic space for there to be healing and for there to be truth and for there to be support. I'm talking about physical space. So if you have a big queen size bed, sleep on one side of it and make space in the physical for this new love to materialize. If you want to have someone in your life, if you want to be married to a partner who's going to share your home, make space in your home like this partner is coming. So make space in your closet. Use only half of your closet. Leave the other half for this person's clothes because they're coming. Make space in your drawers. Leave a drawer for this person because they're coming. And when they come, they're going to need a drawer. If you're able to park in such a way where you can move forward, then let that person, so that you would let this person park behind you. Do that. Make physical space for this person in your life. It's a great tip that I picked up from a manifesting teacher of mine, and that I've heard in a lot of other places. And when my clients use it, it helps so, so much. So yes, make space. The fourth thing is, yes, you will want to list the qualities of this person that you're trying to draw in. But what I want you to do is focus on the deal breaker qualities, the things that you absolutely have to have in this other person. And when you think of those things, it's really important to to think of why that's important to you and why you need to have it and how it's going to make you feel. When I ask men to make this list, it's like 1 page long, and it's like mostly physical characteristics if they're younger men. If I ask older men to make this list, they start to put things on their list that have more to do with someone who accepts them exactly how they are, someone who is willing to try new things with them and travel with them, and someone who is willing to have to receive from them. So for him, he wants someone to provide for him, and that he can provide for, who is comfortable receiving. A lot of women don't know that men really want to provide. Good men really want to provide. When I ask women to make this list, a lot of times they will make like 3 or 4 or 5 pages of things. And it's not impossible for the universe to manifest for you whatever you want, but it's really, sometimes you think you need a lot more to make you happy than you do. And so it's really important to just narrow that down to the deal breakers, the things that you absolutely must have, and focus on those things so that they show up really richly, really fully in the new relationship that you're creating. And lastly, the 5th tip is know what you are bringing to the relationship. Know what you are offering in the relationship, because everything in the universe is an exchange of energy. Everything in the universe is you making a movement towards something and something making a movement toward you. Now, if you want to ask for something to come to you, you need to be clear of what you bring to this. So as you're making this list of these qualities that you want in this other person, also consider, do you have those qualities? Are those qualities that you embody as well? If you want someone who is loyal, are you a loyal partner? If you want someone who is devoted, are you devoted? If you want someone who is adventurous, are you adventurous? If you want someone who's positive, are you positive? Those kinds of qualities. You want someone who's forgiving, are you forgiving? So sometimes that's a little bit of a blind spot for us, where we're making our list and we're really excited because we're ordering our perfect person from the universe. And so we get really excited about all these qualities, and then we're not thinking, like, what are we bringing to the relationship? What are we bringing? What do we have to offer as well? So that's important. So that gives you hopefully a lot to chew on, and I would love to hear from you about what your results are and any questions that you might have. So you can check out my website, which you'll see below, and you can always email me at askalovecoach@gmail.com, and I would be so excited to hear from you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'm sending you all the love that your heart can possibly hold.